76ers. Taking a look at the 76ers, they haven't forgotten the fact that this team swept them last year in the regular season. This is a game they had circled going in. And Jahlil Okafor, to this point best known for his NCAA title run with Duke, can he be a franchise big?
Yeah. I'm kind of disappointed that he went number 3 because he has incredible size at 6'11", and a frame that's hard to move around. I actually thought he was going to go to number 2 to the Lakers, but he went number 3. His leg strength is a big plus for him.
Well, I know you asked me the question first, but I think he will make a huge impact. His paint presence and ability to have multiple moves on multiple defenses, probably the only guy in college basketball who saw double teams every night.
How difficult is it for a North Carolina guy to praise a Duke guy?
He's not at that university anymore, so now I can praise him.
But he did. Well, you're not at that university anymore either.
Good point, Ernie.
I mean.
But Tar Heel forever, Duke for 4 years.
Oh, you said the name of the school, which you normally don't.
I mean.
Oh, got him, Ernie. Got him, Ernie.
Thank you very much.
Got him, Ernie. 1-0.
Oh, they're killing me.
Thanks for tuning in, folks. We'll see you next time.
Go, Carolina.
Welcome to the weekend, everybody. Let's get it going with NBA action on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. After this game, the Rockets head back out on the road. And this is the first season matchup for them against this 76ers team. They controlled everything in both games last year, going 2-0.
Yeah, an interconference matchup, and these are two teams at different ends of the spectrum as far as the talent is concerned.
Well, they swept the season series a year ago. The expectation is they'll do the same thing again this time around.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. And so, in the game for the 76ers, they've got Malone. McGinnis out there with Irving. Then it's Iverson. And it's Iguodala in at the shooting guard position. And so it's the 76ers getting on the board first. Harden, no good. Last season for James Harden was easily his best yet. Finished second in the MVP race. Put up huge numbers with career highs in points per game scoring. Greg at more than 27 a game.
And also carried that Rockets team that dealt with a plethora of injuries, mainly to Dwight Howard. And second in the league in scoring, I mean, narrowly losing out to Russell Westbrook, who just went on a tremendous tear the second half of the season. And then also finished runner-up in the MVP race.
Here's Iverson after Tracy McGrady's score. Malone. No good. Good D by Olajuwon.
That's another miss. Already they've missed 3 out of 4 to start.
Harden kicks to Scola. Malone with the block. Iverson outside.
Well, that was a quick foul for him there. The refs are certainly calling it close.
That's his first personal foul.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. There's the triple. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. Iverson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And for Harden coming in second in the MVP race, he had a lot of first-place votes, and nobody knew if he or Curry would win the award. In most other seasons, he would have won the MVP.
Now, here is Olajuwon. He had 25 points in the win against Memphis.
And also, he competed on the backboards. That also had a lot to do with the game.
Now, here's Iverson following the miss by Hakeem. Irving drives in. Good on the shot. Irving's got his first basket.
And for Harden last year, he could have easily have won the MVP, probably would have in other seasons. His big talking point for the award was how he carried the Rockets on his back. And he might have been the most valuable player to his team with the performances he had last year.
Here's Iverson following the score by Hakeem Olajuwon. Iverson dishes to Malone. It's stolen by Olajuwon. Iguodala against McGrady. Harden right side to the middle. Here's Scola. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today. I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight.
McGrady passes to Francis. Kicks it out to Harden. And some nice passing there by Houston. And that one's good. Scola's got his second bucket.
That was some slick passing from Harden on that one.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Irving against McGrady. It's stolen by Olajuwon. Here's Francis. Really played well against Memphis in his last outing. The 3 ball. Shoots the 3. And James Harden, good for 3. Harden's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. 76ers trailing. Iverson kicks to Irving. Back to Iverson. From 11 feet away. And again, it's Philadelphia. Here's Francis. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Well, looking back on last season, you didn't know where the Rockets would end up in terms of seeding in the playoffs. Ended up with the 2 seed because they won the Southwest Division. And as it turned out, everything worked out very well for them.
It really did, and had a divisional matchup in that first round against the Mavs. But the Rockets took care of business in that series and would advance.
Here's Irving and powered down the champ.
That was an excellent burst to the hoop for that throwdown. I mean, he's a laser beam guy. Fast as light.
Francis passes to Harden. Down low. Here's Scola. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
And, you know, for the Rockets, they had a major gut check in the second round. Went down 3-1 against the Clippers. Came back to win the series in 7, including Game 6, when I dozed off when they were trailing by 19 in the 4th and was shocked to wake up in the morning and see they had forced the 7th game.
Malone can't hit. Rockets have gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. Harden outside. Pass to Olajuwon. Unloads from 9. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got his 6th assist on the night.
And with the Rockets last postseason, their trip to the conference finals was as far as they would go. Went out to the Warriors in 5 games. Most of them, though, close ones. I think most fans were pleased with how far the team went last year in spite of all the injuries.
Shot clock at 5. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. Now let's take a look at the teams that have been holding their opponents to the fewest points in the last 10 games. 5th best, the Rockets.
The teams they've faced over the last 10 have to be wondering how long this brutal defense is going to last. There's no let-up in these teams. They play with tenacity throughout.
Now, here is McGrady. He's got 5. Olajuwon with it. Here's Scola. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Scola's got 6.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
The 76ers might have dodged having the worst record in the league last season, but they didn't dodge having the worst road record last year, Clark.
They could not dodge that one, Kevin. Just 6 wins on the road, but that was pretty much expected considering the youth and inexperience of this team.
check out Andre Iguodala, how his last 10 games have gone. Putting up about 10 points a night, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And to be honest, not quite the numbers you've come to expect from a player of his caliber.
Well, you know, it's been a topsy-turvy stretch for him. I mean, but don't worry, team. He'll be back to beasting in no time.
The 76ers trail by 5.
And for the 76ers, they weren't a good shooting team in general. And on the road, it got real ugly. They shot under 40% as a team on the year away from home.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tracy McGrady. That is his first foul of the game. Houston on D. Iverson kicks to Malone.
And they've done a nice job controlling the defensive backboard to start this game.
Not one second chance bucket allowed. That is finishing off good defense.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
Yao checked in for Luis Scola. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Cheeks is checked in. And so it's Houston with it. It's a 5-point game.
For the Sixers, just a brutal start to last season. 17 straight losses. They did get their first 4 wins of the season as a road team, though. As bad as they were on the road, at least they had that going for them.
Iverson kicks to Malone. The pass to McGinnis. They can't stop the run with that one. Looking at Philadelphia, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Celtics in Boston.
Yeah, I had the chills watching that. It really was a nightmare defensively for them when you go into that building and get punished by some very hot shooting.
They didn't challenge the shooters. They didn't defend the shooters like they should have. And once the fans got into it and the arena started ramping up and cranking up, it was over.
And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for Houston.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
First free throw is good. Well, looking back on last season, you could see the Rockets were tough at home. They just were relentless at going at teams.
Yeah, how about a 30-11 record last year? And a lot of close ones for them, but that home crowd at times could just really will them to victory.
As it did help in the series against the Clippers last year in the playoffs. That one is no good.
And, you know, for Houston's wins at home, a lot of it had to do with their three-point shooting. I mean, they shot an average of 35% from behind the arc at home, but kept their opponents to under 30% on the year in Houston.
Now, here is McGrady. 5 points in the game.
Good. And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
The drive by Iverson, and he gets it to go. Iverson's got 9 points.
And, guys, this is what makes Houston so good and why they've been so good for so long. In the last 31 seasons, they've only had 2 losing seasons. Only team in the league to do that. Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it.
Now here's Iverson. 9 points in the game so far. Took him no time at all on that one. 11 points in the game.
No matter what the score is, his attitude has been perfect. I love his disposition. He has stayed in attack mode.
Passes it to Thorpe. The 10-footer. No luck. And Philadelphia the other way now. Here's Cheeks. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Iverson outside. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And Dawkins slams it in.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up Clark, that beautiful alley-oop dunk.
Yeah, that was nice.
No doubt. There are assists, and then, guys, there are assists.
The 76ers trail. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
You see the benefit of knocking down baskets consecutively because it leads to the confidence growing and growing.
And guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
4 on the clock. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. It's a tie ball game.
It's like everybody is in a rhythm right now. Incredible stuff here early on.
Both teams playing downhill. You know, coaches say that all the time. You want to play downhill. Well, at some point you think somebody's got to cool off in this one, right?
It's picked off. And here's the fast break. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. For Philadelphia, they have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line. And that drops, so they now lead by 1. The 76ers didn't lie to themselves about last season, Greg. They knew they weren't going to be in the playoffs. They spent a lot of time last season developing their young players.
Yeah, exactly. And listen, the 3rd straight year the Sixers would miss the playoffs. But as you said, Kevin, they knew what the season had in store. The key was could they keep those young guys focused on growth and experience and not get caught up in the fact that they struggled to win games.
Now here's Brooks. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Memphis. Ford kicks to McGrady. And nothing is falling for him right now. 76ers shooting has been tremendous early. Their offense looking primed and ready for this matchup.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
Sheik's no good.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Now here's Brooks. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. McGrady. And he banks in the layup. McGrady's got the game tied up here for the Rockets.
Where's the box out? Some easy second chance opportunities there.
Those kinds of mistakes drive me crazy and will absolutely derail a team's chance to win.
Iverson with the bucket.
A big part of this run here has been their ability to hit from mid-range, guys. I mean, that's unique.
And a lot of teams shy away from that mid-range, but if you can get them off of rhythm, then you can have success.
Here's Battier after the made shot from Allen Iverson. Just 5 on the clock. The tray. They grab their own miss. Here's Brooks. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
In the last month, let's see how the Sixers perform. 5th in fewest turnovers per game. 7th in opponent field goal percentage. And they are in the top 10 in field goal percentage. This is a team that shows excellent discipline at the offensive end.
You know, and I go back to their low turnover numbers. It's not one of those stats that jump out at you, but trust me, turnovers kill you. And their ability to limit their mistakes has been huge.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Brooks.
And the Rockets were a tough team last year, but at times it really felt like a one-man show. Harden carried them so much for so long. You just have to wonder if it wore him out.
And so he hits both. And if carrying the team during the regular season wore Harden down, Greg, as you were talking about, it didn't show that much in the playoffs. Harden was phenomenal most, if not Clark, all of the postseason.
I would agree with you, but there also were some other guys for Houston that did step up in the postseason. Howard looked as good as he did before all of his injuries, as a case in point.
Battier outside. Picked by Yao. McGrady right side. Tries again. And the layup good by Yao.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the board.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game.
Here's Collins. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Cheeks with a screen on McGrady. Here's Collins. It's a tie game here in Houston. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this.
Let's take them back.
And head coach Kevin McHale doing well in Houston. He certainly has a fan in his shooting guard, James Harden.
As the preacher takes the pulpit, fix your coat, prepare for 40 below spit. 7 days of heaven's.
Well, there's no doubt there's great respect that Harden is showing for Coach Kevin McHale, which is what you need sometimes as a coach. You've got to command that respect from your players.
You know, it's kind of like a honeymoon period. You know, when it's clicking, it's like magic, and you just try to keep it going. But it all comes down to the coach listening, sharing, and taking the players' input seriously. Kevin has that instinct, having been around so many great teams.
And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And looking at what we've seen from Houston, what do you guys think?
It's been about the effort. Love the hustle they've shown here in the first.
Yeah, it's due to their hustle, as you said, Greg, and it's showing up on the scoreboard, too.
So on the floor for Philadelphia, Irving is out there with McGinnis. Then it's Dallenberg, and there's Iguodala. And it's Cheeks in at the point.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
Listen, playing Western Conference teams is never easy. And for the 76ers last year, it got downright ugly. Some games against the West, they just didn't stand any chance.
The Rockets making a switch here. Harden's checked in, and the 76ers also making a change. Noel's checked in for Dallenberg. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. A lot of blowouts for Philly last year against the West, as you talked about. Greg only managed to take 6 wins in their 30 games. Clark out of conference.
And Kevin, that was tied for the fewest wins against the West in the league. But again, no surprise with Philadelphia because they really were focused on developing young talent there. How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Harden, no good.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Iguodala outside. Here's McGinnis. Excellent D there for Scola.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
The feed now to Olajuwon. Fades and shoots. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
Yeah, that's asking a lot from that defender.
Yeah, it certainly is. I mean, he just doesn't have the size to really be effective in that kind of matchup.
Pass to McGinnis. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Hakeem Olajuwon.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Philadelphia.
A lot of success from mid-range so far for them, guys. If nothing else works, they can always fall back on the jump shot.
And also, it's been a positive to watch that they've attacked the paint offensively as well. It's really been about the balance that they've shown.
And he's good on the second.
Boy, last year the Rockets dealt with a lot of injuries. I mean, the front court and post players were hit the hardest. I think almost every Rocket big would end up missing some time.
Now, here is Harden. 29 points for him last game against Memphis.
But what stood out for me was his gorgeous playmaking out there. I mean, over and over, he was finding his teammates in a great position to score.
Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, but neither team really able to jump ahead.
Yeah, it reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth. I can't believe defenders are not aware. They cannot allow him that position.
Yeah, you're right about that, Greg. He's put a no trespassing allowed on that spot of the floor. It's all his.
Olajuwon, no good. Last game for Houston, they picked up the win against Memphis.
And in that game, guys, I mean, the beneficiary of what was some very lackluster defense being played against them.
Agreed, guys. It was really quite shocking and disappointing how many free runs to the hoop they got.
Francis passes to Scola. Harden kicks to Scola. And stolen by Noel. Now here's Iguodala. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Boston. Pass to McGinnis. Poked away. And it's out of bounds to the Rockets as Houston retains possession. And with this break, let's bring up the list of the dominant rookie rebounders in the NBA this season. Fourth, Luis Scola.
And, you know, rebounding was a skill that I thought would translate to the NBA for him. We knew he could board with the best of them, and he has not disappointed.
Yeah, rebounding always transfers and translates to the next level. He's been a bull in a china shop, out working, out hustling guys, and he's really got terrific instincts to the basketball.
Okay, fans, put your hands together for your Rockets Power Dancers.
A chance here, Kevin, to take a look at the 76ers and how they rank in the NBA right now. Fifth in fewest turnovers per game. Fifth in points off turnovers. And they're in the top 10 in opponent field goal percentage. That's pretty good company. It points out the fact that they do prioritize the defensive end.
You know, and I go back to their low turnover numbers. It's not one of those stats that jump out at you, but trust me, turnovers kill you. And their ability to limit their mistakes has been huge.
Here's Francis. Some good scoring numbers for him right now, averaging 17 points a game.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Philadelphia with the ball, following the miss by Luis Scola. Cheeks the pass to Irving. Iguodala outside. 5 to shoot. On its way from Irving for 2. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Screen by Scola. Olajuwon. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Kicks it to Irving. Here's Malone. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1.
And he's putting together a solid year at the free throw line, 79% overall.
Free throw drops for Malone.
And guys, this 76ers team still trying to forge an identity. One thing that is sure, they will attack the basket, and a lot of fearless players on this roster.
Now, here is Olajuwon. 6 points for him, and he gets it to go.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Now the pass to McGinnis. There's a screen. Iguodala, the pass to McGinnis. Excellent D there for Scola. Well, the 76ers do go at the basket without hesitation. They're fearless. Clark going inside, led the NBA last season on points off drive.
Well, you know, I like to say you've got to use what you have. They didn't have many shooters, so that means head down, get to the rim.
Here's McGinnis, following the three by Houston that went out. Malone outside. On the wing, it's Iguodala. Passes to McGinnis. From 10 feet out, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. McGinnis has got 5. Rockets trail by 4. Here's Francis. Harden has a wide open look. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Here's Cheeks. Wants to get it to Iguodala and does.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Houston making a switch here. McGrady's checked in.
And guys, Andre Iguodala entered this league as an athlete with raw skill. And bit by bit, though, he refined his game over the years, except in the one category, free throw shooting. In that one area, he was much better over the first 5 years of his career than he has been the last 5.
Harden's shot is good.
Here to look at the numbers for Harden. Averaging about 27 points a game, 9 assists, and 4 rebounds. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
Hey, every train needs a conductor, man. He unifies his teammates, sets the tempo, and they make some sweet, sweet music.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Iverson's checked in. Iguodala outside. Dishes it to Malone. Iverson outside. The turnaround jumper. No good from Irving.
His shot's it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Taking a look at Boston. A terrific position for them as they hold up that illustrious top spot, but it's a long season, as we all know. And, of course, the Philadelphia 76ers, 6 games out.
And I think for the 76ers, it's been a nice run they're on to start the season, especially when you compare it to the way it ended just a year ago.
Yeah, and there's an impressive buzz around this team right now. They're very capable of far more wins than they had a year ago.
Rockets trail by 4. Here's Harden on the wing. Here's Francis. He has 6. Back to Harden. And the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
And the shot is good. Irving's got 6 points.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Olajuwon with a screen on Irving. McGrady against Irving. Here's Scola. Can't get it to go. Iverson with some nice D. The 76ers leading by 4. He dishes it to Irving. Clock at 6. Puts it up from 17. At the tip, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. He's got 7.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Now here's Iverson following the shot by Tracy McGrady. The drive by Iverson. And Hakeem Olajuwon pulls it down. Olajuwon's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Well, you know, Hall of Famer and 3-time champion Kevin McHale, the Rockets coach, did nothing but find success and win as a player. And, you know, that's been the same song for him as a coach.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter. And now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Houston making some changes. Yao checked in for Olajuwon. Thorpe comes in for Luis Scola. And Brooks subbed in for James Harden. And then for Philadelphia, Dawkins checked in for Malone. Allenbear comes in for McGinnis. And Collins subbed in for Andre Iguodala. And for Coach Kevin McHale, last year was his best. A lot of people thought he could have been easily the coach of the year, leading the Rockets to their 3rd best regular season in franchise history.
And Kevin, with McHale, he's got this team improving every year. His team's win totals have risen as well statistically as I think becoming a better team. Wins aren't always necessarily what determines how good you are.
For Houston, they have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, McGrady.
Take a look at what McGrady's done. He has 8 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
And when it's all said and done, I got a sneaky suspicion he's going to have a few more.
And McGrady drops them both. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Iverson kicks to Irving. To the middle. Here's Dallenberg. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that. Oh, nice play there to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
Just a whisker away from coming up with the steal there.
Here's Francis. He's guarded by Collins, but they'll get another chance. Here's Thorpe. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And a look now statistically over the last month for the Rockets. First in scoring, first in points off fast breaks, and they're number 2 in team 3-point field goal percentage. They've got a lot of guys who love the 3-point shot, and they do a good job of running plays to get those guys open.
And you go back to their offense, the most explosive in the league. I mean, everyone talks about the great offense beating great defenses, and I tell you what, they make it difficult to hang with them.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw missing.
You know, even though they're behind, I love the job they've been doing getting to the free throw line.
We always like it when you're aggressive and not settling.
Good on the second free throw. The 76ers leading. And he lobs it up toward the rim. It's stolen by McGrady. Here's Brooks. That's good. Great play set up by T-Mac, Tracy McGrady.
And that almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
And especially the fact that it now ties the game. The lead was about to be stretched out, and instead, it's back even.
Now here's Iverson, who's coming off a 16-point game against the Celtics in Boston.
That's his second personal foul.
Houston's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Yao with a screen on Irving, and the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Yeah, you've got to make sure your feet are set when you set those screens, or they're going to call that on you.
Well, I thought maybe he was set. I know that's a difficult call to make, but I think they might have missed that one.
Here's Collins. Feeds it to Irving. 76ers moving the ball around. Screen by Dallenberg. Stolen. And here is McGrady. 9 points in the game so far. A minute 42 left in the second quarter. Thorpe with a screen on Iverson. Shot clock at 6. It's Brooks on the wing. Iverson covering. So they take the lead. 6 points for Aaron Brooks.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
Iverson outside. The 11-footer, and he knocks down the jumper. Iverson's got the game tied up here for the 76ers. Houston's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Iverson against Brooks. 56 seconds left in the first half. Allen Iverson grabs the miss. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. On the wing, Irving. Good. And it's Iverson who picks up the assist. Irving's got 4 points in the quarter.
Allen Iverson.
There's 38 seconds left in the first half.
I like the move to go 2 for 1 here.
So do I, Greg. I mean, I agree with you. They need to get a quick look and then try to get another possession after that.
Now, here is McGrady. He had 10 points in the win against Memphis.
But his passing just blew me away. I mean, to see him operate their offense that way was a breath of fresh air.
Iverson outside. He feeds it to Irving. Ripped away. And here comes McGrady leading the fast break. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
It's a tie game here in Houston. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, James, throughout the first half, you struggled with turnovers. Is keeping better control of the ball a major focus for the second half?
Yeah, that's still too many turnovers, especially on forced turnovers. So we got to really lock in on our turnovers, make the right play at all times.
James, we appreciate the time. Guys, over to you.
Thank you so much, Doris. Great interview as always. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball shortly.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hi again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Welcome to the halftime show on 2K Sports. Houston found themselves in a close game in the first. The biggest lead for them during the period was 6. The second quarter was dead even in terms of their scoring output from both teams, and they still find themselves in a good position at the half. What'd you think, Shaq, about the first half we saw from the Rockets?
I think it was their passing that's kept them in the game. You can see it in their assist numbers. They were very, very unselfish. The ball moving from side to side, guys making good cuts. It's enabled them to create a lot of chances. As long as they stay on the same page and keep working together, they got a great chance to take control of this game.
And Kenny, what are your thoughts on Philadelphia?
Well, it's tough to play on the road, and they overcame that. They were mentally and physically prepared for this game, but it hasn't been easy. They faced some intense play from a team on its home turf, but these guys didn't cave in. In fact, they fought back with some intensity of their own, successfully, in front of a very hostile crowd.
And that's going to do it for now, as the second half is almost ready to get started. Back to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. We're going to sit right here and wait for the end of the game and talk at you again.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. What a game we're seeing from Allen Iverson.
And his play in that first half, how about the discipline to go along with the efficiency, guys? His shot selection was just perfect.
I agree. I mean, whether it's been from mid-range or in tight, he is taking only what the defense is giving him and not trying to do too much. Very much playing within himself.
We've got Scola. He's out there with Tracy McGrady. Harden out there with Olajuwon. And it's Francis in at the 1 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Kevin McHale. And that is good.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Now here's Iguodala. Here's the screen. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And, guys, the Spurs coaching tree extends pretty far these days. Coach Brett Brown, another former member of the Spurs staff, to be leading an NBA team.
Well, Greg, for Brett Brown and the Spurs connection, he was an assistant in San Antonio for 7 years, was really indoctrinated into how the Spurs conducted business, Clark, before coming to the 76ers.
Yeah, he's got an interesting accent, too, a mix of Boston Australian from where he grew up and where he spent a lot of time, but no doubting his passion and his coaching ability. He's good in both.
He was actually a head coach for Australia for a while in international play. He's off on the second. Houston's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Harden against Iguodala. And then Olajuwon with the dunk.
Ooh, and that dunk had some anger to it. I mean, usually he's content to just go up and get the finish with the soft touch.
Not that time. The big man looked like he had something to prove there.
Well, when it comes to finishing ability, he does have something to prove. He's been known to trick some layups here and there.
Rebounded by Luis Scola. It's leading by 4. McGrady passes to Francis. The dish to Harden. He kicks it to Olajuwon. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 9 assists now tonight. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. And it's Iguodala missing.
That's not how you want to kick off the second half with 3 straight misses.
And that one's good, Iverson.
Maybe with that, the lid on this basket will be lifted for him.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Harden kicks to Scola. And it's sent back by Irving. And they're able to recover. Here's Francis. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Everything working for him out of the half as they've hit 4 of their first 5 shots. Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Olajuwon kicks to Harden. Here's Francis. Iverson covering. Olajuwon with a screen on Iguodala. It's Harden with the drive. Scola. The shot misses. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. Iverson outside. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
Statistically speaking, let's see where the Rockets sit right now. First in scoring. First in fast break points. And they've also made their opponents pay for any mistakes. I mean, they've got the most points off turnovers in the league.
And you go back to their offense, the most explosive in the league. I mean, everyone talks about the great offense beating great defenses. And I tell you what, they make it difficult to hang with them. And, you know, obviously, there's some things out there he does not like and wants to talk it over.
Well, Greg, you've played and you envision yourself as a coach as well. So, sometimes you need to make some adjustments.
These are the players you don't want to give any space to beyond the arc right now. The best long-range shooting guards in the past 10 games. Fourth, James Harden.
These guys are gunners. I mean, they've got the green light at all times because of their three-point shooting. I mean, they are cash money.
Well, when they're shooting the percentages they shoot, I mean, you never want to see these guys passing up an open look from beyond the arc. I mean, they're firmly in the let-it-fly zone. All systems go with them.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Here's Olajuwon. Rebound by the 76ers. Malone's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Iguodala. No good. Excellent D there for Scola. And for Andre Iguodala, last year was a first in 758 games. Up until then, he had not once ever come off the bench.
Yeah, he'd been a starter throughout his 10-year career, every single game, Kevin. And last year he came off the bench in every game. Big adjustment for the veteran, but he made it well.
Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Look at the Lakers. A terrific position for them as they hold up that illustrious top spot, but it's a long season, as we all know. And, of course, Houston, 2 spots down.
And seeing where the Rockets are, they look like a team on a mission. We knew coming into this season that they were going to be one of the teams to beat. They've done nothing to change anyone's mind about that.
That's for sure. I mean, expectations were high for these guys, and they've more than lived up to the hype.
Now here's Iverson. 18 points for him. Here's Malone. Good D by Olajuwon.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
Harden against Malone. Harden the pass to Francis. 6 to shoot. The feed now to McGrady. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. The 76ers trail by 7. The drive by Iguodala. And stolen by Scola. McGrady up top, defended by Cheeks. Harden outside. Outside, Scola. On the wing, Tracy McGrady. That's all good, and that's his 5th basket of the game. He's shooting 5 for 11 now. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the Rockets.
Boy, their hounding, harassing efforts at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Rockets leading by 7. And Olajuwon with the basket on the assist by Harden. Olajuwon's got 16 points.
Good job threading that pass into the lane. I like his vision, guys. He sees everything.
To the left side wing. Here's McGinnis. Power down with both hands.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam. You're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
And the basket by Scola.
That's what they're hanging their hat on today, fellas. Hard-nosed, smash-mouth play down on the low block.
Old-fashioned, isn't it, my man? Old-fashioned. Pound the rock basketball, and it is definitely working for them.
Here's Iverson after Luis Scola's score. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. For Philadelphia, they have made 7 of their last 12 attempts at the line.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
And, you know, I really think the hard work they've put in the offseason and so far this year really making a big difference. I mean, they've made a huge improvement in their shooting at the line.
Now, here is Olajuwon. 16 points for him. Here's McGrady. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
And at 78%, he's been a consistent shooter at the line for them all season long.
And the first one drops. Nerlens Noel checks in for McGinnis. And McGrady drops them both. It's no secret, Clark, what this Houston Rockets team wants to do. They want to get to the line, drive the lane, and hurt you from outside the arc.
And they'll do it all at a very fast pace. I mean, they're fun to watch. The pace is something that I think sneaks up on teams sometimes, Kevin.
Good point. Here's Francis after Moses Malone score. There's a screen. Off the pick. And it's Olajuwon with the jam.
And did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic screenplay. It won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Absolutely, Kevin. I mean, that took the defender right out of the play. Really hard to decide, guys, which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Clark, there's no wrong answer to that one, my friend. Sensational alley-oop all the way around.
And guys, you know what? You wouldn't know that they're the team that's actually trailing with how they were able to pull that play off. And no doubt the Rockets were one of the faster-paced teams in the league last year. When you have the firepower they do, you want it to become a scoring fest.
Now here's Iguodala. 5 points in the game. That's good.
What are they thinking leaving him with all that space out there? Do they not know? Have they not heard that this guy is unbelievable? That's a layup for him.
Iverson against Harden. McGrady right side. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
A lot of the wins for the Rockets, guys, I thought last year came from just wearing down their opponent. I mean, you can keep up with their pace for a quarter, maybe 2, but it's very hard to sustain it for 48 minutes shot for shot.
Now here's Iverson following the shot by Tracy McGrady. Noel, a screen on Harden. Here's Iguodala. Elijah Wan with the block. And here comes McGrady leading the fast break. And that one's good, Francis.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
Harden against Iverson. Noel. Shot misses. Excellent D there for Scola. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
The Rockets have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. And the 76ers with some changes. Dawkins comes in for Nerlens Noel. And Collins subbed in for Andre Iguodala. And McGrady drops them both.
They got to keep fighting their way to the line, guys. This half, it's been nothing but success for them there.
Yeah, taking full advantage from the charity stripe. They've yet to miss here in the second.
Iverson outside. Iverson, a screen on Harden. Screen by Malone. Collins kicks to Malone. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Malone's got 13.
He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
To the inside. Thorpe kicks to McGrady. Puts up the baby hook. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. We have a chance now to look at the teams that have created the most points off turnovers this season. The Rockets, number 1. 5th on the list, the 76ers.
How many times have we seen these two clubs force turnovers and then convert at the other end? They really share a lot of similarities.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And Philadelphia making a change here. Dallenberg's checked in. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. The 76ers trail by 8. Dallenberg with a screen on Brooks. Cheeks the pass to Dallenberg. Rebounded by Tracy McGrady. Houston's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. The drive by Iverson. Shoots from 12. And again, it's Philadelphia.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending it.
Philadelphia has gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
And what a game for Iverson. He has 20 points, and he's got 2 baskets from out in three-point land.
And I'm sure they'd like to get a few more of those out of him.
First trip to the line for him here.
And from the line thus far, how about 83% on the season? Outstanding.
Guys, I like that this is a part of his game that has really been consistent this year.
That free throw, no good. Shane Battier is checked in for Houston. And he sinks the second. Now Brooks. He has 6. Thorpe with a screen on Cheeks. Brooks with it. From the high post. No good off the front iron.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
D'Alembert with a screen on Brooks. Cheeks the pass to Dawkins. Brooks up on top. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Thorpe with a screen on Cheeks. The drive by Brooks. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in. Brooks has got 8 points.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. That's a good strategy when you're on top.
Here's D'Alembert. Another shot. And Dawkins slams it in.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback.
Yeah, and if you look at it, had they been converting those second chances all along instead of waiting until now, who knows? Boy, oh boy, to be young again. My, oh my. You got me thinking back to my days.
Oh, yeah, right. It does make you nostalgic, doesn't it?
Well, speak for yourself, because I could never throw it down like that, but I will say it sure looks fun, doesn't it? You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that. You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
Here's Collins. Aaron Brooks picking up that last basket. Iverson dishes to D'Alembert. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. The thing about Sam D'Alembert, he has been an outstanding defender over the course of his career. Really, guys, the consummate rim protector.
Great length and quickness with timing as a shot blocker. Ended last season 8th on the all-time blocks list among active players.
First one falls for him.
You know, going back to D'Alembert, only 32 games played last season for him. It was the fewest games played in his career. Amazingly, though, he still averaged over 1 block and 5 rebounds in just 17 minutes a game.
Irving's checked in for Philadelphia. D'Alembert, 2 free throws.
And when you talk about D'Alembert, he really remained the same guy throughout his career, a rebounder, defender. Offensively, he was mostly dunks, not many assists, a guy who could impact the game while playing with his limitations, and really not everyone can do that.
Now, here is Battier. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. 4 on the shot clock. McGrady offline with his 3.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
The kick out to Irving. Second shot opportunity. Shot is off.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one. Short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
The third quarter comes to a close. The Rockets on top, leading by 5. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. On the court for Philadelphia to start the fourth. McGinnis out there with Moses Malone. Then there's Irving. Then it's Cheeks. And it's Iguodala in at the shooting guard. Pass to Malone. Pass to Cheeks. 5 to shoot. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Cheeks has got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the 76ers. Harden the pass to Francis. Picked by Olajuwon. Down low, here's McGrady. Julius Erving comes up with the rebound. Irving's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Iguodala the pass to McGinnis. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
George McGinnis taking 2 shots.
All right, now, take a break. 2 shots.
That's good for McGinnis. That one misses.
Yeah, being down 2 points instead of 1 thanks to the free throw miss makes getting a stop here absolutely critical.
Over to the left wing. McGrady outside. Kicks to Scola. That's good. Great play set up by T-Mac, Tracy McGrady. McGrady's got 5 assists in the game. They set the pick to the left wing. Can't get it to go. And Houston the other way now. Next step for them, the Knicks, a road game in New York. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. The 76ers trail by 4. Cheeks kicks to Irving. The pass to Cheeks. On the wing, Irving. Guarded by Harden. No good from Irving.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
Harden's shot is good. Now it's a 6-point Houston lead.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And, Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Here's McGinnis. Passes it to Iguodala. Dishes to Malone. And he uses the glass on the layup. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Kevin McHale address his team. He said, we are this close to finishing them off, but the job is not done yet, and I don't want to see any let-up out there. We'll see how well his point got across, guys.
Thanks, Doris. Iverson's checked in for Cheeks. And so the ball out of bounds. Scola touched it last.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Iverson kicks to Malone. No good. Good D by Olajuwon. Houston leading by 4. McGrady dishes to Harden. Feeds it to Scola. Houston moving the ball around. McGrady against Iverson. 5 on the clock. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. You know, it's apparent there what a leader he is. Always communicating it and keeping everyone on the floor in sync.
And, Kevin, that's such a good point. You know, it doesn't always show up in the box score, but those leadership qualities of his are just as valuable to this team as anything else that he does.
Free throw good, McGrady. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
He's been to the line here more than in the first. I thought he was a bit tentative in that first, but I like the aggressiveness he's showing here now.
Iverson outside. To the paint. It's deflected. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
At the line for 2.
All right, now, take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. And he makes the first, but misses the second. Rockets leading by 5. Olajuwon with a screen on Iguodala. Pass to Francis. Olajuwon kicks to Harden. Olajuwon with a screen on Malone. Harden the pass to Scola. 14 feet away. The Rockets with another miss. The 76ers trail by 5. Screen by Malone. Irving attacking. Another miss by Philadelphia.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Olajuwon dishes to Harden. From deep. And that is good. Harden's got 5 points in the quarter.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They got to get more intense.
Iverson outside. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And the idea of setting a screen on that play was right, but just poor execution.
Yeah, it just can't be a hard screen at all costs. There is a legality to how you set a screen, so you've got to be inside of both lines, legal and hard.
Houston leading by 8. Olajuwon with a screen on Iguodala. Harden kicks to Olajuwon. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
When you're hot, you're hot. And that's certainly been the case for Hakeem Olajuwon. He's got 10 rebounds and also 3 nice steals. This is some performance we're witnessing out of him.
My man, a night to remember. No doubt about it.
Taking 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And Olajuwon drops them both. The 76ers trail by 10. Iverson kicks to Malone. The dish to Irving. Malone with the screen. Off the screen. And he gets it to go. Hitting off the back of the rim.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Now, here is Harden. Here's Olajuwon. Kept alive. Goes back up. And that one's good. And that's 12 points for Luis Scola.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
Here's Irving. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
That feed by Iguodala, a really good example of his passing ability.
Houston leading by 8. It's tipped and stolen by Iverson. Iguodala, the pass to Iverson. He dishes it to Irving. Five on the clock. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup.
He's having quite the quarter here, guys. I mean, shooting the ball extremely well.
Pick by Olajuwon. Harden kicks to Olajuwon. Goes up to the stripe. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Olajuwon's got 24 points. Harden against Iguodala. Allen Iverson on the way. Back to Iguodala. Takes the three. Rockets with the rebound. Olajuwon's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. And the whistle blow. It's going to be on Andre Iguodala. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Pass to Francis. And some nice passing there by Houston. McGrady dishes to Olajuwon. No good. Some solid defense by Malone. Iguodala's drive. Here's Irving. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Check out the game for Irving. He's got 14 points and 2 blocks.
And guys, really impossible to say where he's been better, offensively or defensively.
I agree with you, Greg. I mean, he's not missed a beat at either end. That's obvious.
Free throw, good, Irving. And so he makes both from the line. Rockets leading by 6. Here's Francis. He feeds it to Harden. The tray. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
You know, he's going to continue to bury those if that's how they're going to D him up.
There's the pass to McGinnis. He kicks to Irving. The feed to Iverson. The 3 ball. Another miss by Philadelphia. Houston's got the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it, 9 times they've missed. Here's Francis. Iverson covering. Right through the D for the layup.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
The 76ers trail by 11. And it's good. He's made 2 for every 1 he's missed. 10 of 15 in the contest. For Houston, they've got more than 58% of their attempts to go down for them in the fourth quarter. They're 7 of 12.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. Kicks it to Olajuwon, and he says, right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Oh, he's just dangling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger, Clark, right now.
Yeah, exactly. It's with them.
And, guys, that swagger can backfire because you don't want to get your opponent a little too riled up.
Check out the game from Malone. 8 rebounds, and he has 1 steal to his credit as well.
And, Clark, he's just done a great job defensively. That 1 steal doesn't tell the whole story.
And the first one drops. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Rockets leading by 7. Harden the pass to Francis. And Iguodala comes to help. Harden. McGrady kicks to Scola. Good. And it's McGrady who picks up the assist. 14 points for Luis Scola.
It's as if the defenses have just given up.
Yeah, you know, the pace has only picked up the deeper we've gotten into this game, which is remarkable. It speaks to the endurance and stamina of these teams, and it's also been a lot of fun to watch.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
Julius Erving. 2 shots.
That one is off. And he's good on the second.
Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
Here's Francis. Iverson covering. McGrady dishes to Scola. Can't get it to go. The 76ers trail by 8. Iguodala the pass to Irving. Here's McGinnis. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Shooting for Houston, George McGinnis. At the line.
And he knocks down the first one.
That's a good sign, Kevin. You like to see him getting to the line like that, but making them has been the challenge.
McGinnis hits them both.
And good aggressive basketball on that trip. Drawing the foul, converting the free throws, and then also narrowing the gap.
Harden with a screen on Iverson. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
That's his first personal foul. 5th team foul. At the line for your Rockets, Hakeem Olajuwon.
And that one falls for Elijah. Elijah drops them both. The 76ers trail by 8. Iverson outside. The 11-footer. Irving misses. Houston's gone 2 or 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Here's Francis. Good. And it's McGrady who picks up the assist. 20 points for him. 4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Textbook. Really, when you look at how they're playing, they are having their way down low.
Hakeem Olajuwon with a strong contribution so far in this one.
He's really taking it to him inside. They got to find a way to slow him down.
Irving kicks to Malone. The 17-footer. Irving's shot is good. Irving's got 11 in the second half.
This quarter has brought out the best in him, fellas. Even though they're still trailing, he's been impossible to contain.
Picked by Olajuwon. Harden kicks to Olajuwon. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
I tell you what, I don't know what he did in the locker room, but he needs to do a little bit more of it because he's on fire.
Iguodala left side. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. It's stolen by Olajuwon. Here's Francis. Screen by Score. 1:15 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Shot clock at 6. Marked down low that time, and he got the 3-second goal. The 76ers trail by 10. Outside Irving. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
At the line for the Rockets, Julius Irving. At the line for 2.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And no good as the first free throw, missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. And he does get the second one. And that brings them within single digits.
Yeah, he cuts the deficit a little bit, but not as much as he could have. One miss can make a big difference.
Now, here is McGrady. Scola kicks to Harden, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
This is a serious game-clinching run they're on.
Yeah, I agree with you. Just not backing off here. I mean, they're looking to close this one out in style. What a time to have this kind of serve. He is setting this place on fire, fellas. His shooting has been off the charts.
Here's Francis. Iverson covering. And the basket by Olajuwon. Olajuwon's got the lead up to 11 now for the Rockets.
The fans are just loving what's going on here tonight. A really good win for the home team.
This sure is. I mean, they kept this crowd in the game, gave them plenty to cheer about, and really used that home court advantage to their advantage.
Harden against Iguodala. Harden outside. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, and I thought good execution really played a big part throughout.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes, gentlemen, I'm here with James Harden, and congratulations on a nice performance tonight. It certainly seemed like you guys were confident and in control with the flow of your offense.
Yeah, we just tried to move the ball and make the game easy tonight. We did a great job of actually just guys getting shots, easy shots, and our defense really stepped up.
Easy shots usually mean made shots. James, thanks for the time. Guys?
All right, Doris, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. Now we send you to the award-winning Ernie Johnson, who's standing by in our studio.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thanks, Kevin, and let's take a look now as we give the nod to our Jordan player of the game. He came out of the locker room at halftime and was immediately on fire. That third quarter was his, and he did not hesitate to exert his will. Shaq, what'd you like about his game?
I don't know if there's a fan base that loves their star more than this crowd. Wow. I'm getting jealous, and he feeds off that support. Once they got behind him, he became unstoppable, man.
He flat out dominated. I mean, you see the kind of plays he was making all over the court. This is the game, no matter who they put on him, he wasn't going to be denied. His offensive power was in full effect.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Have a good evening.
Check it out. Never knew a friend till I met a foe. Never knew pain till I met the game. Never had a real team that could win the rain. Never knew what a friend could do. Never knew I'd be bruised all black and blue. With my back to the wall. Scrap with my dogs. Rap with my dogs. Cat with my dogs. Fly with me in Atlanta. Oakland, Los Angeles. Real homies never turn to run. Even if a young sucker wanna pull them. Even if a young sucker wanna meet the sun. We gon' rep to the death where the roots is from.
Each day's another change. My homies stay the same. Like feeling strange, cause this world's getting so deranged. Each day's another change. My homies stay the same. Like feeling strange, cause this world's getting so deranged. I'm with my homies, yeah. 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 I'm with my homies, yeah.
Real homies stand and struggle. I know you came to hustle, grit your teeth and clench your knuckles. We didn't come to fight, we came to get you. Rolling with me till we die, that's how homies ride. No need for consternation, gather the congregation. I'm rocking for my nation, to get that spirit raising. To all my cousins and my cliques, family and folks. We gotta ride out till we break up all them hundreds folks.
Each day's another change, my homies stay the same. Like feeling strange, cause this world's getting so deranged. Each day's another change, my homies stay the same. Like feeling strange, cause this world's getting so deranged. I'm with my homies, yeah. 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 I'm with my homies, yeah.
Never knew chill till I met with beef. Never knew war till I met with peace. Never knew tie till I came to rest. Got a couple real homies and they all the best. Never knew cause it's hard to watch. Seen a couple of my homies die upon the block. With a and the vultures fly. And the watch for my life to stop. Hard to see in the cold night. When it's cold at night and my soul is ice. Gotta be when I'm holding tight. And I hold the lights. Get a poltergeist. But real homies never turn they back. My homies.
The Sports Pregame Show.
Ernie Johnson joined by Shaquille O'Neal. Kenny the Jet Smith, thanks for tuning in. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the Chicago Bulls against the Indiana Pacers. For Indiana, they've had a tough time over the last few weeks. 3-7 in their last 10 games. We'll see if they can make amends tonight. Taking a look at the changes for Chicago with the departure of Tom Thibodeau. Just how big of an impact, Shaq, is his absence going to be on this team?
First of all, it's not a departure. He was fired ungreatly. These people fired him. Anyway, they enjoyed great defense all the years under Thibodeau. They were built around defense and rebounding, and I think that might take a step back.
Well, the one thing that Hoiberg is going to have to fight against is success already. And so the measuring stick and the bar, kind of like Steve Kerr, if he can have that kind of success. Mark Jackson raised the bar. All of a sudden, he was fired, and then and Kerr came in and wins a championship. Can Hoiberg have the same type of success as Steve Kerr had? This will remain to be seen.
No way.
Of course, Fred Hoiberg, known as the mayor. Would you want to be a politician, Shaq?
Well, I'm a politician, Ernie.
I was about to say. He's the.
What do you mean you're a politician?
I'm a senator, I'm a mayor, I'm a janitor, I'm all of that.
A senator, a mayor, and a janitor. That's a politician.
How about you? I'm still trying to figure out what Shaq just said. How about you? You want to run for political office?
I just want to run from the cities that he's the mayor, the janitor, and of those cities.
I got you, baby.
I'm running away from those cities.
You consider yourself a politician, Shaq?
Of course I am.
What office are you holding?
The office of Icy Hot Mayor. Man up, Ernie.
Another endorsement.
Please, somebody come and get me. Kevin.
Always a majestic view of the War Memorial here in downtown Indianapolis. A On the road, looking for a win against an Eastern Conference rival. The Chicago Bulls are ready for this thing to get started. And as we start the weekend here on this Friday night, 2K Sports welcoming you to NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony and Doris Burke reporting from the sidelines. Pacers trying to take advantage of their home court in this one before leaving Indiana. These guys facing good ball clubs and will continue to over the upcoming stretch of games. Even more critical to notch a win in this one.
This is a special matchup. I mean, we got here tonight. Two rival franchises, a lot of history between the two, and some bad blood. So let's just see how all this adds up in terms of drama.
And guys, I think if you ask them, as far as they're concerned, this game counts twice in the standings. I mean, it carries that kind of weight. It really holds that kind of significance for both of them.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So for Chicago right now, garbage man out there with Rodman. Then it's Rose. Then it's Pippen. And it's Jordan in at the shooting guard.
Last season for Danny Granger, more injury woes. One of the premier small forwards in the game at one point. His knees just haven't recovered. Really hard to watch him play the way he's able to play now.
Bulls on D. 4-point game. Fresh from a win against Portland.
And they may have been on the road, but you know what? They nullified any home court disadvantage in that game by how well they shot it from three.
Shooting can always be a great equalizer. I mean, when you shoot like that from outside, it really makes winning on the road a lot easier. The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
And so it's Indiana with it. Victory eluded them last time in Chicago when they faced the Bulls.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
Yeah, sloppy play sabotaged them. I mean, they'll have to be much more focused this time around. Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne. How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
It's Jordan on the wing. Shoots. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Jordan's got 6 points.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight.
George with no one around. No good on the three.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
No doubt about it. The defense, you can see him exhaling right now. Fortunate that he didn't knock that one down.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Bulls.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
They've established their presence in the paint tonight. Also, a lot of their scoring to this point coming from down low.
Good on the second free throw. The Indiana Pacers had a solid season last year, given they were without their star for most of it. They played well at home.
Yeah, even without Paul George, they were in contention. How about 23-18 at home, which is really a solid mark when you consider they didn't have their 2 best players from a season ago.
O'Neal a screen on Rose. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Collison, and he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play.
He's so tough to guard. He can fake you one way and then just spin right by you. You know, for the Pacers and their 23-18 home record, that was better than several teams that made the playoffs in the East. They were very tough at home at the defensive end of the floor.
Free throw good, Darren Collison.
And the Pacers were 3rd in the league in field goal percentage against at home. Something about this crowd really drives the Pacers on the defensive end, even in a down year.
Pippen, no luck.
A clear look at the hoop. He doesn't miss many of those.
Looking at the last game for the Indiana Pacers, it was a loss to the Wizards in Washington.
The inability to make threes in that game, because they took a lot of them, I think, is why they ended up on the short end of the stick.
Yeah, they did take a bunch of them. Sometimes you can make up for poor three-point shooting with a strong inside game, but their inside game just wasn't strong enough. Derrick Rose possesses a great skill set, ball handling, passing, and understanding of how to score. First rookie to ever win the All-Star Weekend Skills Challenge.
Getting back to Rose, it's his extraordinary handle that allows him to get anywhere on the floor. Such confidence in the way he dribbles and drives, whether it's getting up in a position to set up a teammate, taking himself. He's the one very best at controlling that ball.
It's a great point. I mean, guys like D. Rose, Chris Paul, Steph Curry, Kyrie, they all have maximized that skill. I mean, the thing that separates him and puts him in that Russell Westbrook category is the pure physical strength. When healthy, he's able to play with.
Now here's Collison. His last outing, he had 8 points. He kicks it to Miller from downtown. Indiana again missing. The Bulls leading by 4. Outside Rose. There's the dish to Pippen. Outside for Jordan. Shot clock at 6. And again, no good by Chicago. Indiana's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. The feed to Granger. O'Neal inside. Rodman on him. Screen by O'Neal. A floater, and the rejection by Pippen. Feeds it to Rose. Second chance shot. There's the bucket. Good. Pippen's got his first bucket of the night.
They have got to put a body on him, because otherwise, with his agility and athleticism, they're not going to be able to contain him on the offensive glass.
Good chance here for George. No luck. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Rose with the ball. He had 19 points in the win against the Trailblazers in Portland.
And also defensively, he was really aggressive. I mean, matter of fact, he had 4 steals over the course of that game.
Now here's Jordan. 6-point lead. Pippen with the bucket.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Miller against Pippen, looking to end the drought. Miller, no luck. The Bulls have gone 7 of 13, just over 50% from the floor. Some good looks. Here's Rose, and there's the foul, and Darren Collison picks it up. That'll be his second foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
Hill, he's checked in for Darren Collison. On defense, Indiana trailing here by 8. There's the pick. Rose attack.
Whoa! And a sturdy screen set for him that time, and he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one. That's for sure.
No chance, Kevin. I mean, the screen was in the right spot. His feet were set. He would have had to go straight through him, and that's not legal.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia.
And now,
Bulls made the postseason for the 10th time in their last 11 seasons. Last year, they have become a fixture, Greg, in the playoffs in the East.
And how about last season, Kevin, had that interdivision matchup in their first round against the up-and-coming Bucks. Some hiccups for them in that series, but they were able to prevail.
And so it's Indiana with it. It's a 10-point game. Miller kicks to Granger. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Boy, in that playoff series against the Bucks, the Bulls looked like they were primed for an upset as they started slowly. Eventually pulled it together and came in as the underdogs against the Cavs.
Indiana's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Hill dishes to Miller. Left side, George. Inside, out to Miller. Just 5 on the clock. Shot to stop the run, and that one's good.
And they're just raining threes on both ends.
Boy, I love the answer. You come at me with the three, I'm coming right back with my own triple.
Now, here's Rose. Checking some stats on him right now. He's averaging just around 22.5 points a game. And Jordan gets it to go.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Here's Granger. He's coming off a 16-point game against Washington.
And also, he competed on the backboards. That also had a lot to do with the game.
Now, here is Hill. A 12-point game. There's Miller with the three. Rebounded by Rose.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
He dishes it to Pippen. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Hill kicks to Granger. He feeds it to O'Neal. Fade away, and he gets it to go. O'Neal's got 6 points.
You know, it wouldn't be a bad idea to put an extra body on him, get some help when he barrels his way in close. He's such a good finisher. He needs more than one guy to defend him.
Hit his foot, and it's being called a kickball. Some changes for Indiana. Hibbert comes in for Danny Granger. Lance Stevenson subbed in for George. Chicago also making some changes. Joakim Noah's checked in for Garbage Man. And it's Jimmy Butler coming in for Scottie Pippen. Jordan the screen. Rodman kicks to Butler. Another shot. O'Neal with the rebound. Pacers trail by 13. Hill with it. He's picked up by Jordan. Screen by O'Neal. Pass to Miller. Back to Stevenson. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That's on Joakim Noah.
And Lance Stevenson really couldn't find minutes in Charlotte last season. Ended up sitting out a lot of games as a DNP CD. Not the start he wanted with the new team.
And for Stevenson, to his credit, he took the benching in stride. He knew he just wasn't a good fit at times.
Yeah, and his coach, Steve Clifford, was upfront about it, and I thought did a nice job handling that. Clifford said he wanted Stevenson as a Hornet, but just couldn't find a unit with which to make it work.
Dunleavy's check in for the Pacers. So he gets them both. Well, you knew things would be different for Lance Stevenson out of Indiana, but it wasn't in a positive way at all.
Yeah, he really struggled to find a role with Charlotte, the team he signed with. Remembering he was more of the point forward, had the ball in his hands in Indiana. Not the case with Charlotte, and also rumored to be traded all last season.
Pacers trail by 11.
And now, let's hear it for your Pacemates.
Chicago on defense. They lead by 11. Kicks it to Hill. Dishes to Dunlap. 6 on the shot clock. From the stripe. And it's Hibbert missing.
You know, a team's rebounding is one of the great measures of its energy, and theirs has been terrific in the first quarter.
Yeah, they've brought it in terms of having another level of intensity right from the tip.
Now here's Rose. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Rose has got 6.
Already seizing control of this game.
Total control, Greg, and as well as they're playing at both ends, I look for this lead to get even larger.
Here is Stevenson. 11-point game his last outing. Hibbert with the screen. It's Hill on the wing. Takes the 13-footer, and it's Chicago with the rebound. Rodman's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
And who has been a greater enigma than Roy Hibbert, a guy who can look like an all-star Clark one game and an undrafted free agent the next?
Yeah, it's pretty amazing the kind of swings Roy has had. He's been really good at times. Sometimes he gets in his own way with overthinking things, but I think he's got everything he needs to be an upper-tier center, upper echelon center. Just has lacked consistency the last year or two.
Now here's Jordan. He had 40 points in the win against the Trailblazers in Portland.
And also 3 steals, so he showed some grit and determination on the defensive side.
Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Fred Hoiberg. What'd you find out, DB?
They'll be up against one of the true giants of the league in Roy Hibbert, and he talked about how impressed he is with Hibbert's dedication to improving his game, saying he's gotten better year after year, and now is one of the guys you have to account for really at both ends of the floor. Defensively, you've got to get low and try to root him out of the paint. And then on offense, we'll probably look to put him in pick and rolls to test his mobility. Seems like a smart strategy, guys. We'll see how they do.
Thanks, Doris. On the free throw, no good.
And on the topic of Hibbert, he was an enigma in college, had a very encouraging junior season, looked like a future lottery pick, and then that uninspiring senior season, which kind of dropped his draft stock considerably.
Now, here's Stevenson. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. 4 on the shot clock. And then Hibbert with the dunk.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
Jordan against Stevenson, and stolen by Hibbert. 1:41 left to play here in the first. Here's Dunleavy, defended by Butler. Dunleavy, the pass to O'Neal. The kick out to Hill. That ball. Nice feed that time from Stevenson.
You know, going back to Hibbert, last season was a perfect example of what we're talking about in terms of consistency. One game he puts up 22 and 8, the next game 2 and 1. But you know, every team in the league would like to be in the Roy Hibbert game once the light finally goes on and stays on. Consistency the challenge for Hibbert.
And the Pacers just missed out on the playoffs last year and would have to settle for 9th in the East. Hard for a team that has been so dominant in the East over recent seasons.
The most accurate shooting guards in the NBA this season. Kukoc, he's checked in for Chicago. Heinrich comes in for Rose. Indiana on D. They trail by 6. Outside Jordan. Fires for 3. And a great assist by Heinrich as that one goes in. 14 points for Michael. Indiana's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Hill kicks to Stevenson. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Now the pass to O'Neal. Wants to get it to Stevenson and does. And he gets it to go. That's 7 points for Roy Hibbert.
Boy, he picked him out brilliantly with that feed inside.
Heinrich dishes to Kukoc. Stevenson against Jordan. Noah the screen. And Heinrich has it in the corner. From outside, off the mark. Pacers trail by 7. 23 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Hibbert with a screen on Heinrich. Back to Stevenson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fires from 14. Here's O'Neal. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. That's good from O'Neal. Quarter. The drive by Jordan, and he slams that one down.
Emphatic throw down there.
That one reverberated throughout the building.
Nothing soft about his approach at the attack.
No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. It's the Bulls leading by 6. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And speaking with Roy Hibbert before the game, he ate their defensive philosophy. When you have that sort of focus like Hibbert, that kind of confidence on display on a nightly basis, Greg, you are a game changer, and he does change games every night.
You know, and we saw his skill set and execution develop very rapidly over the course of just a couple of years. He worked extremely hard to become the force he is on the interior in this game.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
They come out the gates here strong and put together just a solid first quarter.
A ton of good looks for him, Greg, on offense, and quality shots they're getting.
They've got Collison. Roy Hibbert is out there with Danny Granger. Then it's Miller, and it's George in at the small forward position. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Pacers. The Bulls shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And the first one at the line is good.
And injuries, once again, were a central theme of the Bulls' season last year. Losing Rose was one thing, but then having Jimmy Butler lose a lot of time put them in such a tough spot.
And both free throws good for Pippen. And for the Bulls and injuries, a lot of teams plan for these type of things. There's only so much Clark you can do to mitigate losing your starting backcourt.
But I tell you, great respect and admiration for the Bulls for how they fought through the difficulty. I mean, their front court did what they could. The injuries, once again, I thought turned the Bulls from championship contenders to just a playoff team.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
Collison, the pass to Hibbert. Off the screen. Chicago grabs the miss. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points.
They're really getting the work done inside with their rebound.
That defensive backboard has been controlled. They have not allowed a lot of second chances. It's been about one and done for the most part. And I'm not talking about leaving Collins.
Yeah, I know you're not. That's a bunch of good rebounding taking place there, boy.
Now Hibbert. Scottie Pippen missing from long range to the inside, off the pick, and it will go, and the Bulls lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from George.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
That's good.
And that's just taking advantage of some soft defense on that drive. Little resistance for him on the way to the basket.
Outside Collison. Passes to Miller. Shoots it. The shot no good. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting. The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Granger kicks to Collison. George with the ball. He's picked up by Heinrich. Hibbert with the screen. Granger dishes to Hibbert. Shot clock at 5. Miller with another miss. The Bulls leading by 6. Butler kicks to Heinrich. They set the screen. Pippen for 3. Again, the miss by Pippen.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
Collison kicks to Granger. Miller, that's for 2. That's short off the rim. The Bulls have gone 2 of 5 in the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Heinrich passes to Pippen. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
For a franchise that had so much success under his tenure, there was sure a lot of friction with Tom Thibodeau, and the Bulls front office surprised a lot of people, including yourself.
Yeah, you know, it's not something that you see often, a winning coach at odds with his GM and president. With how often their differences came up, though, you knew something was afoot.
Looking at some numbers here for Granger. He's putting up 13 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. Solid numbers, the kind of production we expect. And frankly, I think he's got another level to take it to.
Yeah, he definitely has the skill set to put up even bigger numbers. It wouldn't be a surprise to see that in the coming days.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Rodman, he's checked in for Kukoc, and it's Rose in for Kirk Heinrich. Collison against Rose. Hibbert.
It's still early on, Kevin, in this new basketball season for Chicago. Here's where they stand in the NBA rankings. 2nd in free throw percentage, 2nd in fast break points, and they're ranked 3rd in lowest amount of turnovers per game. That's the sign of a team that understands the importance of taking care of the ball.
And you mentioned their free throw shooting. Not a team you can get careless with defensively. They make you pay, sealing games at the line.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
No good on the free throw. He hits the second from the line.
Some outstanding numbers in this one for Hibbert. 10 points and a steal.
And guys, really impossible to say where he's been better, offensively or defensively.
I agree with you, Greg. I mean, he's not missed a beat at either end. That's obvious. 3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. The defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Guys, they are getting exposed in terms of their low post defense.
The Pacers making a change here. Hill's checked in. The Bulls have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight. The free throw drops for Rose. Derrick Rose has certainly piled up the awards for such a young player, starting with Rookie of the Year, the 111 first-place votes to only 5 for the runner-up. We know about his MVP, and that just shines out so brightly for him.
And how about he and Michael Jordan, the only MVPs in Chicago Bulls history?
It's Pippen with the drive.
I tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
Yeah, you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard.
Bulls foul. Scottie Pippen. That's his first personal foul.
Rodman against Granger. Miller dishes to George. Clock at 6. Pass to Hibbert. Uses both hands to slam it down.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-handed.
You know, looking back to Rose's MVP award, his stats were on another planet that year. He was only the 3rd player to record 2,000 points and 600 assists in a single season since 1973. The other two, LeBron James and Michael Jordan.
Jordan. And it's good. Walk through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
One shot. One shot.
Free throw good, Paul George.
You know, no doubt last year a bit of a loss for Paul George. I mean, had to sit out most of it after that gruesome leg injury in the Team USA scrimmage.
Here's Rodman, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. And thinking back on George's injury, still a very graphic image in everyone's mind, but he was able to bounce back.
Yeah, it was great to see him get some game time before the end of the season after that horrific injury. Credit to him working as hard as he did, as well as to the training staff that got him back to be able to play before the end of the season.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
You know, for the Pacers last season, with Paul George being out for most of the season, they knew it would be a struggle. They would go into lengthy dry spells that made it hard for them to keep pace in the East, in part because they missed Paul George's all-around brilliance and his offense.
Oh, a tough quarter for him offensively. He hasn't been able to give his team a lift when they need it.
And it's Rose missing.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Pippen with the steal. In transition, here come the Bulls. And then Rodman with the jam.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I used to love to go up and jam like that.
Granger misses. As for those dry spells you mentioned about the Pacers, GA, they had a number of long losing streaks last season.
Yeah, as a team, they had 4 different losing streaks of 6 or more games, and they got hot at the end. Season-high win streak of 6 to stay playoff relevant. It was just too little, too late compared to their losing streaks earlier in the year.
Here's Hibbert following the score by Derrick Rose.
just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Pippen. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
We've seen Scottie Pippen doing his thing. 15 points, and he's come up with a couple of nice steals today, too.
Clark, just a very energetic brand of defense.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. Last season, the Bulls were a tough matchup, solid margin of victory for them, and never looked overwhelmed, Clark.
Yeah, you know what? They're a team that's even-keeled, the type of team that can win anytime they take the floor. They have a system that works and good talent, actually excellent talent to make it special, and that combination is a winning one.
He doesn't get the second one.
And you talk about the Bulls being able to beat anybody in the league. They did. They did that last season. One of only 3 teams to register one win against every other team in the league back in 2015.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
And Jermaine O'Neal pulls it down.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
Stevenson with it. He's picked up by Pippen. Stevenson drives in. Scottie Pippen grabs the miss. Pippen's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
And, you know, getting back to that point about the Bulls beating every team in the league, only the Spurs and Warriors were the other teams to do that. Goes to show just how tough last year's Bulls squad was.
Mike Dunleavy, he's checked in for the Pacers. For Chicago, they have attempted 11 free throws today and converted 8 of them.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Guys, that says a lot about the poise of this team. I mean, they've been so calm, cool, and consistent at the stripe this year. I mean, that's impressive.
Stevenson outside. He kicks it to Granger from the arc. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Pippen's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. The dish to Rose. Fires the 3, and he gets the bucket. Rose has got 10 points in the quarter.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
On the wing, Stevenson, guarded by Jordan. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line. That sends George Hill to the free throw line. That one on Pippen.
You know, I can think of one way to describe George Hill. It's the culmination of several attributes. I mean, he comes from the school of Popovich, plays under control, always in the right place defensively. The way I describe him is just steady.
Now, here's Rose. 16 points for him. He's feeling it. Shot is off.
That would have been lucky had it fallen. Poor shot selection.
Yeah, look at the coach's face and the expression. It says all over it. Are you kidding me? A little bit of a defensive breakdown there. He's not the guy you want to leave open on the perimeter. You've got to stay attached to him.
Noah's shot is off.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Indiana moving it around. Stevenson against Jordan. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's going to be on Michael Jordan.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
For Indiana, they have made 7 free throws and missed 3 in this game.
Taking 2 shots.
No good on that one.
You know, the Pacers ended up in 4th place in the Central Division last year, guys, and that's not quite what they were used to after taking the division the previous 2 years and getting to the Eastern Conference Finals in the playoffs.
And he sinks the second. Looking at last year with the Pacers, with Paul George out, the Pacers knew it would be tough to win the Central again, and they still played decently, though, going 8-8 in divisional games.
And the Pacers played admirably. I mean, the division just got a lot tougher. If the Pacers bounce back, you could easily see 4 of the Central Division members making the playoffs in the near future.
Here's Granger after the made shot from Joakim Noah. Jordan against Stevenson. Out left to the wing. Near the three-point line, it's Dunleavy, and that one hits back iron. The Bulls leading by 13. Jordan kicks to Rose. Shoots from the baseline. They get the rebound. And then Rodman with the dunk. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 10 rebounds.
And great effort on the boards, and what a mean dunk that was, Gabby. You just will not see him ever quit on a play.
That guy is a handful. You've got to have a body on him, Clark, at all times.
And you know what? Sometimes that's not even enough. He'll go around, over, or through you to get to the pumpkin.
And, guys, no doubt George Hill had it roughed last season. He missed the first 28 games with that left knee injury, came back for 5, then missed another 11 games before his season got going. But you know what? He had one of his most productive years from that point on.
And a chance here now to take a look at the teams that are tops in the league in scoring points off turnovers. 4th, the Bulls.
You know, when you make a mistake against this team, they make you pay. I mean, because they convert those turnovers into fast break points, and that really can be demoralizing.
Darren Collison, he's checked in for George Hill. And Chicago has possession. Outside Jordan. Fires from the line. The putback, and Noah with the slam.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboards.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really it's about what they've done on the backboard that's at the top of that list.
Now here's Stevenson. To the inside, O'Neal. That's good, and it's Stevenson with the assist. O'Neal's got 11 points.
Beautiful play by Lance Stevenson. He's as gifted a passer as we have in the league.
Noah the screen. Rose passes to Noah. Terrific design on the big play, and he lays it in. 6 points for him.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done. And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
Rose attacking. Here's Rodman. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And a few more points tacked on to their lead in the cruelest way possible.
You're right. Yeah, those putback jams sting, don't they? My goodness.
Yeah, they really hurt you. I mean, the defense forces a miss and then can't rebound it and finish off the defense. They're hanging their heads in their chest now.
O'Neal misses. The Bulls leading by 13. Pippen dishes to Rose. Pippen against Collison. Pippen is doubled, and it's a defensive 3-second violation. For Chicago, they have been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far.
One shot, gentlemen.
free throw drops for Rose. So for the Bulls, Kukoc comes in for Dennis Rodman. And it's Heinrich in for Scottie Pippen. 29 seconds left to play here in the half. Left side Rose, and stolen by Granger. Down low, knocks it loose. Collison against Rose. The drive by Collison. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
How about that? Breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk.
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yes, indeed.
Rose can't hit, so we've reached the end of the first half of play. Bulls lead by 11. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, I have Derrick Rose, and Derrick, you guys were scoring pretty nicely as a unit here tonight. How do you facilitate that?
Just be more efficient. I'm taking less shots, making sure that I make my shots and take my time on the offensive end and get people involved in the game.
Thank you, Derrick. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. We'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We're going to break down the first half action for you. Chicago came ready to play. At one point, their devastating offensive assault pushed their lead out to 15 points. That early lead got chiseled away, though, leaving them with just a 6-point cushion at the end of one. Then in quarter number 2, they actually increased their intensity to pull further out in front, finishing with a double-digit advantage at the half. And Shaq, what did you see out there from the Bulls?
Well, they're out in front tonight because of their offensive rebounding. Those second-chance buckets came into play in a big way. Those are effort points, momentum builders, salvaging points off the scrap heap. You never heard me say scrap heap before, Ernie. I don't even know what it means. It just sounded good.
And Kenny, let's get your input on the Pacers.
Well, the differential in rebounding was huge. And it goes back to the fundamentals, blocking out and just maintaining position. Instead, they went to the lazy man's route, flying in the air, trying to steal rebounds. Well, that didn't work. No one is going to give you an easy rebound. They need to show some fight.
And that's going to do it for now as the second half is almost ready to get started. Back to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. We're going to sit right here and wait for the end of the game and talk at you again.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters.
Jordan having a terrific game. He's got 19 points, and he's got 2 baskets from out in three-point land.
And I'm sure they'd like to get a few more of those out of him.
Tipping off the second half, here's Fred Hoiberg's 5. Rodman is out there with Pippen. Then it's Jordan. Then it's Rose. And it's Gilmore in at center. Now, here is O'Neal. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Miller. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Miller's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Pacers. Rose against Collison. Outside Rose. Lets it fly from 18. And yep, couple bounces and it falls. Rose has got 19 points.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
O'Neal kicks to Miller. It's George on the wing. Rebounded by Rodman. Rodman's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight.
Guys, the Bulls' defense was as stout as ever last season. A big part of that is they have guys that challenge you inside and at the rim. Even off the bench, all of their bigs are mobile and protect the basket.
Now Collison, following the three-point attempt by Derrick Rose. The 3 from George. And it's George again missing.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Rose passes to Jordan. Launches a three. He makes his 9th shot of the game. He has only missed 4. Talking about the Bulls and their rim protection, they had the lowest opponent field goal percentage on shots right at the rim.
Yeah, and it helps when you compare 7-footers down low. It's not just the bigs, though. Even the perimeter players will track back and challenge at the rim. Really a total team effort. You know, and Paul George played the first few years of his career in the NBA with 24 on his back. And as you can see, he now goes with 13 after making the switch prior to last year.
And this will be his 2nd and 3rd shots at the line here. The first free throw is good. And with Paul George going with the number 13 now, as you can see, helps with his nickname, PG-13.
Yeah, that's a good nickname, a nice fit. Young Tracy, as he likes to go by on Twitter, he said himself that it was about embracing his stature and stardom in the league. Nice way to do it.
Both shots good from the stripe. Chicago leading by 12. Outside Rose. Jordan sets the pick for Rose. To the paint from 12 feet out. And here are the Pacers now. Collison kicks to Miller. Back to Collison. And there's the defensive 3-second call. The Pacers have made 10 of their 14 tries at the free throw line in the game.
One shot.
That free throw good from Miller. Here's Miller. 10 points for him. Off the inbound, no good.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Rose goes in, and he comes off the screen and slams it through.
And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man in the league, guys, but he more than makes up for that lack of size with amazing aerial skills.
Yeah, enough scoring on the inside there. I think it's time for him to send a message to his team.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I guarantee you this talk centers around cutting down on all of those points coming in the paint. They've got to show more resistance there.
Has something for us right now. Doris?
Kevin, I was able to hear the advice Frank Vogel gave to his team during that last break. He made no mistake that their plan was to run their offense through Hibbert. Coach is looking for big things from him throughout the rest of this game on the offensive end. A lot of the scoring burden will fall on him. Clearly some adjustments there had to be made because the time left for a comeback was quickly running out. Kevin, over to you.
Thanks again, Doris. Chicago leading by 11. Left side Rose. The Pacers have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Collison kicks to Hibbert. The feed to O'Neal. Some nice passing here by Indiana. George dishes to O'Neal. Miller right side. Rodman brings the double team. Here's Hibbert, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
Cutting into the lead with a huge one-hand throwdown.
That's how to get your team back into it.
Yes, sir.
I tell you what, guys, that might also put a little spark into those guys.
And here's Jordan outside, and again it's the Bulls from deep.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Outside Collison. Screen by O'Neal. There's Miller with the three. And it's Chicago with the rebound. 17 points was their biggest margin.
I tell you what, he has quite the act to follow. But Fred Hoiberg was a quick choice for the brass in Chicago. Signed that 5-year deal over the summer. Was easily one of the most in-demand coaches available.
Here's Collison following the basket by Michael Jordan. Collison down low. Shot clock at 6. Fast break. Here they come. Here's Jordan. And there's the foul. And Darren Collison picks it up. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
The Bulls making a switch here. Butler's checked in. To the inside.
The shooting percentage continues to elevate here in the second half.
Well, as a group, they've been harmonic since the break. In sync. Good team basketball resulting in high-quality shots.
Miller kicks to Collison. And a great assist by Miller as that one goes in. Miller's got 4 assists now tonight. The Bulls leading by 16. Outside, Rodman. Miller against Butler. The jump hook. Hibbert pulls it in.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Here's George. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. George has got 11 points.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Butler can't get that one to fall. Pacers have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Feeds to Hibbert. Pass to Collison. Fires the 3. Scottie Pippen grabs the miss. Pippen's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. The pull-up. Uses both hands to slam it down.
And, you know, it's one thing to get the offensive rebound, but then how about the loud bucket he's able to convert?
He was in perfect position under the hoop, Greg. You're right. Once he gets his hands on the miss.
That's exactly why it's important to work hard on the offensive glass, fellas, for chances just like that.
Here's Rose. Roy Hibbert picking up that last basket. Kicks it to Rodman. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. Here's Rose. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. Rose has got 25 points.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Shot off the screen. Here's O'Neal. And the bucket counts. And he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
Where's the box out? Some easy second chance opportunities there.
Those kinds of mistakes drive me crazy and will absolutely derail a team's chance to win.
And Indiana making a change here. Hill's checked in. Chicago also making some changes. Noah comes in for Rodman. And it's Heinrich in for Rose. That's good from O'Neal. Chicago leading by 13. Heinrich with it. He's picked up by Hill. Pippen dishes to Noah. Deflects the pass, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George.
Yeah, that's a super defensive play. If that gets through, no doubt they score.
And that's why he sold out for it, because he knew he had to make that play. He wasn't going to let them get the advantage.
Lance Stevenson's checked in for Hill. Tony Kukoc, he's checked in for the Bulls. Noah in the post. Guarded by O'Neal. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Shooting one.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for Chicago.
Their ability to rebound and convert those second chance opportunities has been a running theme throughout.
One shot.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
And Indiana making a change here. Dunleavy's checked in. The free throw off from Joakim Noah.
And you look at Joakim Noah, I mean, one of those hybrid talents. As a center, he gives you the rebounding, the shot blocking you want. But then he also has tremendous passing skills and instincts and the energy of a mountain lion.
And going back to Joakim Noah, he really is a hybrid. He holds American, Swedish, and French citizenships. He's truly a man of the world, and he's worldly on the floor. He can guard and play a lot of different positions.
Now, and Kevin, he looks like a man of the world. He has a unique style unto himself, but I'll take the versatility and the hustle he brings on my team any day. If he's healthy, he's a factor.
And the first one drops. Watching Mike Dunleavy Jr., he's simply the mark of consistency. We know he's in his mid-30s, but you know exactly what you're going to get out of him every season. I think Tom Thibodeau, last year's Chicago coach, really admired that and loved it.
It's so funny watching Mike Dunleavy Jr. play. I remember when his dad coached me when I was with Portland, and he was a little kid running around, and all of a sudden he's become this great NBA player. But you're right, though. He's made himself into a valuable asset in terms of the role he's been given for the Bulls.
Now here's Heinrich. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Misses from close range. Miller kicks to Dunleavy. Good. And Miller gets the assist. Miller's got 6 assists in the game.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
Here's Butler. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. And it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off.
Talking about Dunleavy, boy, I tell you, he was playing at a high level already by his second season in the league. Practically every statistic across the board matches up since then. And that's over a decade later.
Now, here is Miller. He's got 10. No good.
And how many extra possessions have they gotten because of that rebounding edge?
Well, it's been a bunch, and I think it's made the difference in the game. I mean, they've actually done a great job on the board.
To the middle, and he jams it with authority.
Tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
Ah, that's bringing it down hard, Clark.
Yes,
Bring it down hard,
yes,
my brother.
Yes,
Symbolic there as well of the effort here tonight.
Now, here is Miller. Great numbers on a nightly basis as he averages over 24 points a game. Off target on the 15-footer.
And getting back to Dunleavy's consistency here in his later years, he's one of those guys who has really ramped up the nutrition. He's hitting the weight room. I could make the case that he was a tougher, better player last year, especially on defense, than at any other time in his career.
Now Heinrich. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Outside, Kukoc. Good, and Heinrich gets the assist. And the Bulls lead by 15.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Stolen by Noah. And here's the fast break for the finish. And Lance Stevenson picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Danny Granger, he's checked in for Indiana.
With Joakim Noah, I mean, you know exactly what he's going to give you every season. Rebounding, block shots, steals a few points, relentless energy and enthusiasm, and even a few assists as well.
Now that we have the chance to show you the teams in the top of the NBA in steals this year. Number 1, the Pacers.
You know, this year they've been the number 1 team in terms of steals. They put an awful lot of pressure on the ball handler, and they also, as a team, do a good job of jamming the passing lanes. Textbook defense is what they play.
Heinrich outside. He dishes it to Kukoc. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Here's Butler. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And Joakim Noah. He's all about doing whatever it takes to help his club succeed. Always has been. Greg, he did the dirty work when he played inside in Florida. When they won back-to-back championships, he's done it in each and every NBA season in Chicago.
And you just hit on it. I mean, he bites, he scratches, he claws his way into the upper echelon in terms of elite centers in our league. And in 2014 was named All-NBA first team as well as Defensive Player of the Year. Let's just hope he's healthy this season to get back to that level.
And so Butler nails both of them.
Really impressed with the way Jimmy Butler last season made big strides in his game, going from a supporting role player to someone you can build your team around.
Now here's Stevenson. Hibbert with a screen on Butler. Just 4 to shoot. Miller, no luck. And Jimmy Butler had the career highs across the board last season. Won the Most Improved Player of the Year award. Really picking up his production in his 4th season.
You know, we had seen the flashes of potential in Butler before. Last season, he sustained great play and really took everything to the next level.
Now Stevenson, after Kirk Heinrich's three-pointer that didn't go. Stevenson against Heinrich. It's Miller on the wing. This one for 3. Miller with another miss.
One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Butler on the wing. Granger covering. Butler attacking. The shot will not go. So Indiana will take it the other way.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
The pass to Gilmore. Here's Kukoc. Hits from the high post. Kukoc has got 6.
An open jump shot there, and their D not putting up any resistance today.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Stevenson against Butler. Here's Granger. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Noah's got his 4th rebound in this one. There's the screen. Heinrich with it. Now guarded by Stevenson. Heinrich outside. Goes up on the wing. And it's off the back rim. No good.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Dunleavy's shot is off.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. It's Chicago, leading by 17. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the 4th quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Collison is out there with Miller. Then there's Danny Granger. Then there's Jermaine O'Neal. And it's George in at the small forward. That's the Pacers 5. Now here's Jordan inside. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
That's his 4th personal. Shooting for Indiana, Joakim Noah, taking 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Joakim Noah hits them both. Pacers trail by 19. Collison the pass to George. Screen by O'Neal. Outside, George. He feeds it to Miller. The rebound by Noah. Noah's got his 5th rebound in this one. Noah with a screen for Rose. And the shot is long. The Pacers shooting straight 49% from the field. Collison with it. He's picked up by Pippen. Collison against Pippen. Now here's Collison. He's guarded closely. Just 5 to shoot. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Chicago grabs the miss.
And sometimes he can hit that deep 3, but it's not a high percentage shot for him.
Yeah, even for him, that's out of his range.
Rose. Rose with another miss. Pacers trail by 19. Collison kicks to O'Neal. Indiana moving the ball around. The shot's good from Granger.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on him.
And Chicago's shooting has been terrific. 54% on the game. Rose goes in. And that one's good by Noah.
You know, that's a case there, Kevin, of him making a pass to a spot, and then he let his teammate run right into it. Well executed.
Rodman against Granger. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Well, Danny Granger has been getting it done. 15 points, and from downtown, he's buried 3 3-pointers.
Well, when he squared himself up and gotten good looks, he's knocked them down.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one misses. And the second free throw, good.
The story in the first half was their low free throw percentage. They've corrected that here in the second half, and hopefully they can build on it as this game continues to progress.
Now here's Jordan. Dishes it to Noah. Can't get it to go. Granger with the defensive effort. And George kicks to Granger. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
You really have to like the work they put in at the free throw line here in the half. I mean, they've been really aggressive in drawing fouls, and then they've been able to knock down their free throws.
The line for your Pacers, Danny Granger. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Chicago leading by 17. Now here's Rose, the fast break opportunity.
And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight.
Collison up top. He's covered by Rose. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Man, you talk about a guy that's bounced around the league since he's been in it. Darren Collison. I mean, he's played on 5 different teams in his first 6 seasons and has been a contributor and an impact player on all of them.
For Darren Collison, played a career-high 35 minutes a game last year. Seemed to help him find his rhythm, Greg, on offense.
And his coach had confidence in him, and boy, did he deliver. Unfortunately, though, Kevin, that hip injury shut him down after 45 games, but a positive season for him to build upon nonetheless.
Pacers trail by 17. George dishes to Collison. Here's O'Neal. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
Just a major size difference between the defender and shooter on that possession.
And Greg, without a hand in his face, he's simply going to spray whoever's there.
Now here's Rose. Back to Jordan. And they double up Jordan. 6 to shoot. Pass to Pippen. Shoots the 3. Again, the miss by Pippen. The Pacers have gone 3 of 5 here in the 4th quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Collison against Rose. Granger passes to Miller. Back to Granger. The second chance effort. O'Neal trying to break free. Great defense that time from Noah. The Bulls leading by 15. Rose kicks to Pippen. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
Yeah, he imposed his will on the defense that time. He was not going to be denied right there.
That free throw good from Pippen. And so it's Indiana with it. Collison kicks to George. Pass to O'Neal. They set the screen. Screen by O'Neal. It's Miller on the wing. Guarded by Pippen. And it's Miller penetrating.
And then the young fella busts out the slick move inside to get open for the jam.
Greg, that was sick and slick. The D had no chance.
Yeah, he was one step ahead of him the entire way.
George against Pippen. Got a piece of it. Paul George with the steal. Outside Collison. Granger outside. On the wing, Miller. 6 to shoot. Money from the wing. Miller's got 11 in the second half. The Bulls leading by 14. Noah with a screen on Miller. Over to the wing. Noah drives in. Good. Noah's got 6 in the quarter.
MJ finding his man right there.
Collison dishes to O'Neal. They set the pick. Outside, George. Clock at 6. Lets it fly. Joakim Noah grabs the miss. For Chicago, they've gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the 4th. 4 of 9. And the call will be against Joakim Noah. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Garbage man, he's checked in for the Bulls.
Gilmore.
Pacers trail by 16. Outside Collison. Down low. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Some good numbers there for O'Neal. He's got 16 points and also an assist. What touch he's got out there. He's hardly missed anything.
And really, the only thing you can do is try to keep the ball out of his hands.
Jermaine O'Neal at the line for 2.
And the first one at the line is good. O'Neal hits them both.
It's still pretty early to judge, but so far the 2014 draft class has lived up to the hype. The top guys were as good as promised, and a lot of talent down later in the draft as well.
Here is Garbage Man. Rodman sends a screen. Pippen. Again, the miss by Pippen.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be. He's not making that one.
Now, here is O'Neal. And it's denied. Here's Jordan. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a one-footer. Come on now.
With the 2014 draft class, Clark, it was so hyped up, a lot of teams probably didn't care that they were losing some games at the end of the year as they themselves were testing some younger players on their roster.
Yeah, agree with you wholeheartedly there. And you look at the guys from that class, many of them have star potential.
Shots good by Miller.
I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many.
Rose kicks to Rodman. The dish to Rose. A second chance effort, and Granger with the block. Outside Collison. O'Neal a screen on Rose. Just 5 to shoot. George, that's a two-pointer. That one wide left. The Bulls leading by 14. Left side, Rodman. Inside. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Now, here is George. To the inside. Here's Miller. Rodman grabs the miss. Rodman's got 15 rebounds here tonight. And there's Derrick Rose on the assist by Pippen. Pippen's got 4 assists in the game. Pacers trail by 18. And here's Collison. George, that's a two-pointer. Loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
A strong season from Darren Collison cut short last year. Greg shut down at the end of last February.
Yeah, he had that issue with his hip, and that kind of ended things for him in what had been a promising season. A shame, since he was having the best of his career to date.
Hibbert's checked in for the Pacers.
Roy Hibbert.
Outside Jordan. Outside Pippen. Six on the shot clock. Here's Gilmore. No good. Great tee that time from Hibbert. Pacers trail by 16. Step back shot. And again, Paul George. George has got 10 points in just the second half. Chicago's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Pippen kicks to Rodman. Garbage man, the pass to Jordan. To the middle. The kick out to Rose. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The pass to Gilmore. From 11 feet away, Rodman with the bucket. And the Bulls lead by 16.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate.
Yeah, exactly. It sure is. Plenty of second opportunities. 8 of their last 10 points from the paint, but the defense still continues to back away and not show any aggression.
Yeah, and that's been the story of the game. I mean, the rebounding has been very one-sided.
Yeah, and they've been on the winning end. I mean, effort is one thing you can always control in addition to attitude. I would credit this lead to force of will.
Now here's Collison following the miss by Derrick Rose. Miller with the ball, and Rose picks him up defensively. Miller kicks to George. George missing again. The Bulls leading by 16.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Bulls.
Agreed, Steve. One of the areas that has been critical for them, Clark, the second chance points we've seen from them tonight.
Huge factor. A lot of hustle leading to buffet style on the glass. Plenty of seconds.
I wish there was a buffet, as a matter of fact, right here. Steve does too, I'm sure. And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And once the horn sounds, they're going to go up 2-0 in the season series.
But, Greg, still 2 more games upcoming between these teams, so we could have a few more twists and turns down the road.
And one of the league's truly special talents making his mark. Once again, another great performance for Derrick Rose. A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open.
Here's Hibbert, and misses it off the right side of the rim. Here's Heinrich. Pass to Gilmore. He kicks to Kukoc. There's the pick, and there's the feed to Butler. Off target from outside. So it's the Pacers now. It's an 18-point game. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Pick up by Hill. Stevenson outside. They need this one. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Now here's Heinrich. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Well, congratulations on the win here tonight, Joakim. You can see the enthusiasm and passion with which this team is playing, and in a tough building, too.
It was just a big win for us. To be able to take one on the road like this is huge. Now we got a little momentum. Stay focused, and this is what it's all about. It's a lot of fun.
Good luck sustaining it, Joakim. Thank you. Guys, over to you.
Doris, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. Now time to head over to the studio where the award-winning Ernie Johnson is with Shaq and Kenny, all standing by. Guys, take it away.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Derrick Rose.
We saw Rose explode tonight. His dual threat ability, being able to score or pass equally well, man, that puts him on another level.
He's their floor general, guys, and tonight he showed everyone why he's got the keys to their offense. He was dropping dimes all over the place. A grand total of 14 assists. He was always one move ahead, keeping the defenders on their heels the entire game.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a good night, everybody.